everybody. Welcome to another episode of Blue Blood on the Mainline. I'm your host, Curtis Sumter. I'm joined today by Dwayne Anderson, also known as Coach Dwayne Anderson. What's up, brother? What's going on?
What's up, man? Morning. Happy New Year. Thanks for having me.
Pleasure having you. Definitely, we got a big game coming up today. I just wanted to definitely chat with you about it, simply because of someone who grew up in the DC area, probably watched Georgetown their whole life, more so than Villanova, but ended up at Villanova. I know you learned more about what this game meant to both programs once you got to Villanova, but just growing up in the DC area and growing up watching Georgetown and then was able to compete against them and now coaching against them. What does that feel like for you, bro?
Man, it's very special, man. To grow up around this area in DMV, there's a lot of pride in with the players. It's super competitive. The parents are out of their minds in a good way. And then no matter, we all go to our different places, whether it's colleges, playing professionally, we all come back. And in the summertime, there's open run. And it's just like, it's just competitive. And we take this edge as DMV players for the rest of our lives. And I'm very grateful to be a part of that. Like you said, I grew up watching Georgetown. And now I was recruited by them, but thought it was a little too close to home for me. So then I went down the road on 95 and went to Villanova, and then, man, the rest is history. That place has done so many great things for me as a player, as a human being, as a father, as a husband, and now a coach. I'm grateful to be a part of the Big East battles, man. And I remember back in the day playing against, when they had Roy Hibbert, Jeff Green, then they had Chris Wright from the DMV area. Like, just they had tons of tradition behind the Georgetown program. And tonight, I know it's going to be a great game, just because, one, for us, I know you know what I'm about to say. This is our biggest game because it's our next biggest game. It's just our next game. But all these Big East games, man, they're tough, they're physical, they have great coaches, and they're gonna get after it. It's not gonna be an easy game whatsoever, no matter what anyone else says on the outside. Every game is a tough game. So hopefully we come ready, prepared, and compete.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, I know growing up for me, other than like the Blue Bloods, it was like Georgetown. Like, they felt like they were like the one that was like on the outside knocking in, you Duke, your Carolinas, but Georgetown, because of the history that was there, the program, it still was highly, highly recognizable for what it's done back in the 80s and things of that nature, 90s, early 2000s, like great, great, great culture. I don't have a ton of experience in the DMV area, but one thing I do know is just coming across players who've, come out of that area is that they go back and it's like a ton of different opportunities to get better and hoop and come together like during the summers. And I found that to be very, very unique. There's not many places have that areas. Coming from New York City, feel like New York is just so big and has its own little pockets and things of that nature. You got guys, come back in summertime. You might get together, you might not. You might be doing more your own thing. But just playing alongside of guys like yourself and guys overseas who are from that Maryland, DC area, Virginia area, Northern, like they all come back together, and like all the schools, the G Dubs, Georgetowns, like those schools down, like everyone just comes back and just hoop. And I feel like it's a great brotherhood. And I'm pretty sure you're pretty excited to be about it. I feel Philly has a little bit of that too,
Yep.
as well, and it's a great feeling, for sure.
It's definitely a great feeling. And I just remember, when I was in college, even we still have these conversations today. I'm pretty sure you and I had these conversations, like who has the best players, and everyone takes pride in their certain areas, whether it's, New York players think they have the best players, DMV think they have the best players, LA, Atlanta, the list goes on and on. And like you said, like no matter when you go back, there's like there's a certain pride of where, one, when you go wherever you play, you have to have that chip on your shoulder because people know, oh, he's from that. He knows it's going to be a tough night because he's played like that and was raised that way. And if we would play, 5-on-5, you and I now back at the gym, it's the same thing. It's the same competitive drive,
Mhm.
and that's what's great about sports, man.
I'm excited about this game. again, because of the tradition, I got to Villanova. I'm like, yeah, Georgetown. My thing is like, no, this is just Georgetown. Not knowing the history that Villanova has its own little agenda with Georgetown. I was looking at it as like, no, we're going to play against one of the best teams that I've always watched and known to be. But once you know the history behind it and how Villanova was able to knock off that giant and getting the recognition from that, and then it's becoming a rivalry because I'm pretty sure after that Georgetown wanted to punch, knock our teeth out every time they got a chance to. And I'm sure we were like competitive enough and had the confidence enough to say, like, you're not gonna do that. And I think that's when the rivalry really, really began, after that championship game. And just to see how our fans come together, the Georgetown fans, um, it, it's a different game. I would probably say it's the most what's the word I'm looking for? The most emotional game I think we would have like playing in the Big East. Other than like, if it was like a UConn at that time for me, because UConn was, coming up championships and that. But as far as like emotion, because I felt like you felt, your university behind you. It almost felt like it was just like a game back in the park, like my neighborhood against your neighborhood, like we going at it. And I really, really enjoyed it. And Jeff Green, Roy Hibbert, uh, we go a little back, Brandon Bowman,
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Shante Cook. I thought we was going to get Chris Wright, but I think Bilal put a full court press on him in an open gym that just. I remember that Bilal put a full court press on an open gym. I said, Bilal, it's open gym. What are you doing?
That's funny. That's a
So
good one.
he got some of that Nova 100 defense, and I don't know. He decided to go there, but man, I'm just excited about this game. I can't wait to watch. I know you're happy to be down there with your family. You want a chance to see your family out there as well.
Yeah, like you said, man, it's a lot of emotions. Man, my ticket list is pretty long. But like the emotions and we have so many guys from this area when they come back, it could be a lot of distractions. And I think Coach Wright now, Coach Neptune has done a great job of this is a business trip. This is our next game. Every season is different. We've lost a lot of close games this season, but people also forget that a lot of people wanted Coach Wright fired, like, which is crazy. And then now last
I
year,
didn't know that. That's news to me. I'm like, wait, what? But you said business is business. Not everyone's going to be on your side.
right, and then last year we were in the beginning of the season we were 7-4, and then everyone knows what happened at the end of the year. So our goal is just to get better every single game and try to be the best Villanova basketball team at the end of the year and see what happens. And tonight it's going to be a lot of emotions, but this is a business trip.
I want to ask you, what's the temperature of the team? I know our seniors, they started out 7-4 last year, but they're not accustomed to, starting out the season like this.
Correct.
Caleb, like I know this is unfamiliar waters for them. How will they handle it? The freshmen, this is what they know it to be coming in after watching nothing but success for the most part. Like, how is the balance, the team coming together? How are the seniors keeping these young guys on board and saying like, hey man, like we tapping at the right. Like, this is what Villanova basketball is. You're gonna come into situations where you can't control it, whether it be injuries or what reps, whatever it may be. But we're gonna stay continuing to do what it is that we do every possession, smart, hard, defend, rebound. How are they doing with that?
Man, they're doing a good job, man. If you came to practice, you would not know it. It's competitive. We're getting after it. It's chippy. And I think that has a lot to do, like what you said, with our leaders. We've over the years, we've done great with recruiting the right players and families. Great character. And this is a part of life. Of course, we don't want to be, we've had a lot of close games that we lost. Of course, we want to win every single game. But this is life, and you're going to go through things in life, and it depends how you handle it. And our leaders have done a great job of making sure that we stay, focused and get after in practice. And it's going to be a lot of outside noise and distractions, but that's not what we don't play to listen to all those type of things, and we're just trying to get better. And they're they are. If you take a day off because you're distracted, you're definitely going to know. So, well, if like in practice, the seniors are going to let you know, upperclassmen are going to let you know. So, they're competing, and doing a good job.
I can see it too. I wanted to hear from you, but I can see it, and I like when I'm watching a game, when I'm around people, and I listen to their comments, and one of the things that I hear that's so consistent, other than like, damn, Villanova usually like win these games or whatever, so have you. They like, you guys never looked panicked, no matter what. And I'm like, absolutely right. Like, no, like we understand. I'm like, and that's why we're gonna be good. I said, because everybody else is panicking and looking crazy when calls or shots. I said, look how together they are. I said, watch our games and look at other teams when things don't go right.
Mhm.
Look at the bench. I said, you notice a calm, a presence. I said, we have that. And I said, we're growing, we're going through our growing pains as well. I said, but that in itself is going to allow us to overcome whatever challenges we have right now and be better towards the end. I said, we're not going to say national championship. We're not going to say Final Four, biggest championships. I said, but you already don't want to play us. But once we get it rolling, as we had, I said, you definitely don't want to play us towards the end of the year, especially a healthy Villanova team.
Right, right. Yeah, man. These guys, man, they like you said, you could be no matter the score, they never seem panicked. And I take it back to last year in the Big East where I think we were down like 16 or 17 in the Garden, Big East,
Mhm.
versus St. John. So everyone in the arena wants us to lose, and you would have like most teams would just fold in that situation. Slate did a good job. Justin Moore did a great job. Eric Dixon, Caleb Daniels, Chris Arch, like these guys don't panic. And that's just not their DNA. So we're going to continue to get better. We're not going to panic, and hopefully we're gonna wish for the best result, but we're going to try to play Villanova basketball, and that's the goal, most important.
So, um, do they have any things going on right now in DC? Any alumni receptions? Just because it's such a big game, is it Villanova alums down there for the most part doing anything, or not
We
really?
have a great following out here in the DMV. To be honest, I'm pretty sure there is one. I'm not sure. I was recruiting last night. I'm actually working on my next scout, so I don't know, to be honest with you.
Got you, man. Well, D Train, man, I appreciate you taking this time out to chat with me about the season, the team. I know you got a busy day today. We got an important game today. One of our biggest rivalries ever.
Hmm.
And I think, this is be a great, like you said, start to the team for them to feel this energy on the road. Would you say this is probably the biggest? No, you probably say this is the biggest road game. I know UConn was tough
UConn was
last week.
definitely tough. UConn was tough. Michigan State was tough. This will be a
Oh
great
my God, I
environment.
forgot about Michigan State. Yeah, but it's right. It's a different kind of tough. It's a different
Yeah,
kind of tough.
Big East type
Those
tough.
toughs is tough. This is a different kind of tough. Mental toughness, I
Yeah,
guess,
Big
more
East tough.
so.
And before
Big
before
East tough.
once, thank you for having me. And I've never said this to you probably enough. Man, I'm very grateful for our relationship. You're like a big brother. I think I ever told you that, and I've learned so much from you, just how you carry yourself as a man and as a player, man. So, thank you for that. And you're definitely one of those Villanova greats, legends, man. Mount Rushmore for sure, for sure.
Thanks, D. I mean, that means a lot to me. Always wanted to be, a big brother to anybody that came in after me. And just, me being a fifth year senior when you guys came in as freshmen really allowed me those 2 years actually, that year sitting out, got a chance to really spend time with you guys. And then being a fifth year senior and us being a young team, kind of like where we are now,
Right.
and going through those bumps in the road early in the season. 0-2 in the Big East. People saying, oh, Villanova's never been 0-3 in the Big East. Like all those things, and just trying to be a leader. I actually grew up in other ways going through those injuries and just trying to become a better leader. But at the end of the day, man, this is all family. I don't,
Yeah.
anything I do, it just comes naturally. And, I love you, love your family. Everyone that come through the program, whether you're here for 4 years or you leave, what type of bond we all have and how we all root for each other, and we just want the best for each other. So
Definitely.
I appreciate those words. They mean a lot to me, and it goes vice versa, D. I learned from you. I learned from everyone. So I appreciate that, man. Good luck tonight. Go get them boys. I opened my phone this morning. The first thing I saw was something from Instagram. It was like a Nova from Nova post. And it was Ewan talk about I hate Villanova. And I was like, ooh, it's on right now.
The
He
feelings are
did it with a
mutual.
smile. He did it with a smile, but yeah, I mean, I was like, "Oh, it's on!" So I'm gonna be tuned in. Me and Eric gonna be on Twitter, ready to clap back at anybody who talking mess. So, yo, man, do your thing. Tell the team, good luck. Tell your number 34. Keep getting to the cup. Keep leading and watching. And love y'all, man. Good luck, man. I'll see you probably tomorrow. I'll see you on Saturday at the game at Nova.
All right, cool, man. All right, Nova Nation, thank you.
All right, man. Tell the rest of the staff I said hello.
Have a good day.
Shout out Nova Nation. All right. Thanks, Dave.